Rosa Parks is considered to be the mother of the civil rights movement. She has inspired many people in America to stand up for what they believe in. She changed history by refusing to give up her seat on a public bus to a white man. No matter what city Parks lived in, she found a way to stay involved in the community and always seemed to have a way to voice her thoughts and feelings about society. Rosa Louise Macaulay was born on February 4, 1913, in Tuskegee, Alabama, to Leona and James Macaulay. Her childhood revolved around a small church where her uncle was the pastor. There, she developed both a strong faith and sense of radical pride. Her parents got a divorce when she was a young child, so she was raised by her paternal grandparents, mother, and one younger sibling, Sylvester Macaulay, in Pine Level, Alabama. From a young age, Parks was taught that she could do anything she set her mind to, and that she could not be held down from her greatness by the societal norms. Much of this strong-willed mindset came from her grandfather, who helped raise her. Her mother was a teacher. She was also a member of the NAACP, as was her stepfather. When she turned 11, Rosa went to school for girls in Montgomery. It was there she met Johnny Carr, and the two girls started a friendship that would last a lifetime. Parks wanted to be a teacher, but she had to drop out of school when she was 16 to take care of her sick mother. Only 2 years later that she fell in love with Raymond Parks, and in 1932 they got married. Parks and Raymond never had any children. Rosa Parks was taught by her mother to read at a young age. She then attended a small one-room segregated school in Pine Level, Alabama for 1st through 6th grade. Here, the colored children were forced to walk to the school, and they had lack of supplies and desks, whereas the white children were provided a bus ride and abundance of supplies. For the rest of Parks's education, she attended segregated schools in Montgomery, such as Montgomery City's Industrial Schools for Girls in 1929, and many more. In 1933, Parks was able to earn her high school degree with the help of her husband, Raymond Parks.
In 1943, Parks joined Montgomery's chapter of the NAACP. This was the beginning of an event that would forever change fighting for civil rights. As time went on, Parks began to ascend the ranks of the NAACP, which eventually led to her holding the positions of chapter's youth leader and secretary for the group. December 1st, 1955 started as a normal bus ride home, which quickly accelerated into becoming a day that will go down in history. Sitting in a seat signed to white people, Parks was tired from a long day of work. After the bus had been filled, there were no more seats available to white passengers. The bus driver quickly set out to fix the issue. Walking up to Parks' row, he demanded that they move to the back so the white passengers would have room to sit. All but Parks moved, drawing attention to the passengers on the bus. Shocked, the bus driver demanded again. Once again, Parks refused, leading to her arrest. This led to a huge uproar in the black community. Blacks everywhere teamed up and followed Parks' example and refused to ride the bus, causing the bus companies to lose a great amount of money.
After 381 days, the city lifted segregation on buses. This was the most successful mass movement in history. This monumental movement led to the passing of the bill that stated that the Jim Crow laws were unconstitutional. After the hysteria of the event calmed down, Parks held the position of secretary in the United States Representative John Collier's congressional office, and later served on the board of the Planned Parenthood Federation of America. Another huge accomplishment she had was the founding of Rosa and Raymond Parks Institute for Self-Development. Through this, she educated and showed people about civil rights and major events, such as the Montgomery bus boycott. During 1992, she began writing and published her first book called Rosa Parks, My Story. Later, in 1995, she published her second book, Quiet Strength. Her achievements didn't go unnoticed. Throughout her lifetime, she was awarded the following medals: Springer Medal, NAACP Highest Award, MLK Jr. Award, Presidential Medal of Freedom, Congressional Gold Medal, and lastly, Time magazine named her on the list of the 20 most influential people of the 20th century.
Rosa Louise Macaulay Parks died on October 24, 2005 at the age of 92 in Detroit, Michigan. She outlived her husband Raymond, her brother Sylvester, and she is survived by her sister-in-law, 13 nieces and nephews and their families, several cousins, most of them residents of Michigan or Alabama.
Rosa Parks is a hero in history because she stood up for what she believed in, even though she knew there would be serious consequences. Parks was the beginning of the major civil rights movement, nonviolent resistance, and boycotts in America. She is considered to be the mother of the civil rights movement. Her tenacity has personally inspired us to stand up for what we believe in and know is right, no matter the consequences. Rosa Parks is a hero to many African Americans in the United States today. She stood up for what she believed in, and this inspired many other people, white and black, to do the same.